Okay, breaking news coming in. The Cork City protest that has been organised for next month, I believe, is already coming under attack. What protest, you might be wondering? Well, following on the heels of Dublin, Carrickmacross, Letterkenny, just remembering this off the top of my head, and Bundoran, last night there has been a call for a protest to happen down in Cork. Now, this was announced maybe a day or two ago, and already the mainstream media are starting to write hit pieces about the potential for violence and disruption at this meeting that's planned for next month, casting aspersions at the organisers and people that might be involved in this parade or protest. Obviously, they don't know who's going to turn up. They don't know what's going to happen, but already the knives are proverbially out. So let's have a look at this. And you can spread the details in this one if you haven't already done so, if you feel led to do so, if you're down in this neck of the woods. So this is the poster, National Protest for Ireland, very similar to the one for Dublin that took place from the Garden of Remembrance down O'Connell Street. National Protest for Ireland, Grand Parade, Cork City, Saturday the 7th of June at 2 p.m. And then the strapline, Ireland says no. So again, people are asking the question about momentum. Is momentum building at the moment? Some people are questioning the validity, the effectiveness of parades. I suppose it's a personal thing. If you feel they're of no benefit and you think they don't achieve anything, don't go. Don't go. But I believe these parades are having an effect, and I do believe they are serving a purpose good in a good way. And tomorrow morning, all being well, I will be talking again with John Wilson. He's an ex-Garda. He's a whistleblower. He's based in County Cavan, and I met him at Carrickmacross last Friday night. We bumped into each other. We got to talking. There's a video clip I put up of him yesterday morning, I think, just talking to my phone for 8 minutes. A really, really good clip. He comes out with some powerful stuff. So one of the things I'm going to be asking him tomorrow is, are these protests, in your opinion, going to lead somewhere? If so, where could they lead, and what needs to be done to harness the momentum that I believe many people feel are behind them at the minute? So back to the Cork business, or what's being written about the Cork business. There is an article that was published today in a local Cork newspaper talking about fears for trouble in Cork City as Conor McGregor supporters plan anti-immigrant demo. Dublin organisers calling on patriots to converge on Cork. So they've got, this piece is quite something. I have to give it to this rag. They managed to whip up hysteria where there is no hysteria, needs to be whipped up. They managed to demonize and finger point at so many people. And again, Conor McGregor supporters, this has nothing to do with being a Conor McGregor supporter. Many of the people that attended the last several large gatherings maybe couldn't give a damn about Conor McGregor. Some people think the sun shines out of his ass. But either way, that's not why people are going. Anti-immigrant demo, I would say it's an anti-government demo. That's just my opinion. I'm not involved in the organisation of this or the execution of this. But the way I see it is, and from talking with people and people communicating with me, these gatherings are very much anti-government in the first instance, and then these other things fall in behind it. Recent anti-immigration march in Dublin, which drew several thousand. Here we go. Several thousand. Try 50 to 100,000. You morons. as well as a large counter protest. Try 200. 200 looked like the cast of a Muppet Show, the movie, sitting in behind their little pen at the GPO, protected by the guards. Large counter protest, my ass. The same loose coalition of anti immigrant activists and far right agitators. Wow. Behind the recent protest march on O'Connell Street in Dublin, backed by ex MMA fighter Conor McGregor, are now planning a similar day of action in Cork city centre. You can just hear their little bums squeaky squeak, can't you? Ooh, they're coming to Cork. They're going to walk the streets of Cork peacefully. There's going to be men, women, and children there. There's going to be people pushing prams. There's going to be children on their father's shoulders. There's going to be flags everywhere and no trouble. We can't have that, can we? That's not good for optics. Say the left, say the government, say the mainstream media. Several prominent faces in the anti-immigrant coalition. Wow, this is something else. This whoever wrote this, they're good. They're good at what they do. When it comes to hysteria, they're promoting a protest against the corrupt government. Well, there you go. Why call it an anti-immigration protest when it's clearly saying it's a protest against the corrupt government? In Cork City on the afternoon of June the 7th, one organiser claims to have the backing of McGregor for this event. Oh. And is urging Dubliners to travel to Cork on the day, saying this is going to be massive. Probably will be. This demo will clash with the weekly pro-Palestinian marches, which also start in the Grand Parade. Where's the hysteria about them? Why is it when Dubliners and people that are anti-corrupt government come to Cork, all there's hysteria, but they don't seem to have the same sense of hysteria when it comes to weekly pro-Palestine marchers? It's unclear if the Dublin-based organisers are teaming up with more local activists. There will be fears of confrontation and possible violence in the city centre. Listen, when you leave your house, there's a chance you'll be caught up in something. There's always that probability. It may be small or it may be large. But in Dublin, in Letterkenny, in Carrickmacross, in Bundoran, just in the last week and a bit, it was peaceful, despite the fact there being tens of thousands. If you add up all the people that were there in those four places alone, you're pushing up to 100,000. In September 2023, one man was arrested after an action by far-right agitators targeting Cork. Troll all the way back to 2023. City Library saw two men from the group drag a wheelchair user out of his chair and pull him to the ground. Gardaí had to encircle the disabled man and help him away for medical assessment. I don't know anything about it. The Lord Mayor, Councillor Kieran McCarthy, was also confronted by aggressive anti-immigrant protesters in 2023, and he came up with a novel way to deal with them. This is just going from memory here. I don't have the details of that, but somebody was confronted in Cork. I'm pretty sure it was Cork, but I'm sure somebody out there will correct me if I'm wrong. And this buffoon started singing. What did he start singing? Some musical song, big oath. Then he swatted someone's phone out of their hand, assaulted them basically. Looked like assault to me, allegedly, and all that business. Is that the novel approach, to look like a complete twit? They're also, hey, listen to this. There are also concerns the planned demo could draw anti-immigrant figures from loyalist paramilitary circles in Belfast. Wow. Imagine that. Loyalist paramilitaries going all the way to Cork. That's quite a drive. That's a good 5 hours each way in the car. About 8 hours each way in the train. Need to be pretty dedicated to make it up and down there. At the Dublin protest in late April that was backed by McGregor, a UVF figure and convicted armed bank robber, was among a number of men from the UVF and other loyalist paramilitary groups showing solidarity with them wrapping themselves in the Irish tricolour. Well, who knows? Maybe Al Shabaab will come from East Africa. Maybe Hamas will make an appearance from Gaza. Who knows? Are ISIS still a thing? Al Qaeda? Maybe they'll be there. Maybe everyone will be there in Cork. Maybe. Talk about hamming it up. In the past, members of groups, including Kulak Says No, have been pictured at loyalist led marches in Belfast. What has this got to do with Cork? This led to one of many splits inside the anti immigrant and far right groups operating in Ireland. So they really have the knives out here against this march. Public transport between Dublin and Cork is expected to get extra security, and a large counter demonstration involving several groups in Cork is being planned. Well, do you know what to do? If you're listening to me, on Garda Síochána, if you're listening, Drew, make a big cage like you did in Letterkenny and stick them all in it. Or put them in a pen like you did in Dublin. Put them in a pen and just keep them the hell away from normal, everyday people. The crazy, mad left. That's what they are. They're mad. Should the demonstration in Cork go ahead? Should it? That sounds a little bit like it's not a given. We're likely to see significant Garda policing operation in response along the lines of the present scene at the counter protests in Dublin. Good. Keep them at bay. Keep all those people at bay. Pen them in and stick them in a cage like you did in Letterkenny. A Garda spokesperson told Cork BO body odour, that is their policy not to comment on remarks made by third parties. So there you have it. Already the opposition is mounting to what looks like a follow-on, really. I suppose in Cork, what's that, expected to be Ireland's biggest growing city if it's not already by 2030. That's what Mayhole said not so long ago when he was opening up or talking about opening up a new railway line to make Cork more accessible to the world. Said it will be exploding with people over the next 10 odd years. Well, that's going to be quite a job when you consider the birth rates are falling among Irish people. He's expecting the population to rocket up. Wonder how that's going to happen. What do you think he has in store for Cork? So anyway, if you're are you a Cork resident, a Corkonian, whatever the name is for you Cork people, you beautiful people, as Donald Trump would say, you beautiful, beautiful, wonderful people of Cork. Leave me your thoughts, comments, and opinions below. I know there's a few of you out there that watch this channel. Give me your thoughts on this one. In all seriousness, is it going to be much ado about nothing the way they hyped up the possibility for trouble at Dublin, or is Cork a whole different kettle of fish? Leave me your thoughts below. Subscribe to the channel. Consider joining the channel if you haven't already done so. And for now, I'm Rick Munn. No risk, no reward media. Over and out.